Hey houseplant friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you all of my rare and variegated houseplants that are putting out new leaves right now or are about to put out new leaves. Before we get into that, please make sure that you hit like and subscribe. Maybe you've been binge watching my videos and you just forgot to hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the community. I also have YouTube memberships, which you can check out by hitting that join button and choosing which tier fits you the best. Or you can hit the first link in the description if you don't see that join button, and that will do the exact same thing. I also have merch, which you can check out. It's below the description box in the drop down box, and you can also go to teespring.com/plantmeproducts, and that will take you to my entire list of merch. But now let's just get into the video. I'm super excited to show you all these plants. I have been dying over them. All of them decided to put out new leaves like the first week of January or to start the process. So now they're all emerging and they're so beautiful and I cannot wait to show you. So let's just get this one right out of the way because it's right here. This is my Paradiso Verde. Here is the leaf that has the most variegation on it. I haven't had any variegation on any of the last couple of leaves. Here's hoping for this guy. He actually should be unfurling starting tomorrow. So I am extremely excited about that. And I hope that we actually get some color on this guy. I miss this. This is fine, but I miss this. The next plant I'm going to show you is my best friend. This guy, actually, you've seen him in a couple videos, just like in the background. Here's these two leaves. These are the base of two different elbow plants. This one has not given me any new leaves yet. We have gotten, since the end of December, 1, 2, 3, and now 4 new leaves. That is the leaf that actually just unfurled. It just finished unfurling, and I'm so glad it unfurled when it did, because when it unfurled, I actually noticed that there was some thrips on it, because this one was actually right next to my sport variegated monster, which, as you know, has had a couple thrips lately. How gorgeous is that? It's very similar to the leaf before, which looks like that. And now to get one that has a little bit more green makes me happy because I was getting nervous with that big sectoral variegation there. But I'm super excited. This one's actually still working on growing in. Over the next couple weeks to a month, that will actually grow in all the way, and it will be larger than this leaf and it will be taller. And I'm working on giving it a pole right now. I don't have a pole small enough for this, so I might actually make one, which could be a fun video. But I did give it this to kind of climb on, and since doing that, the aerial root has actually started growing in a little bit more than it was before. So I think it did notice that there is something there to give it stability. And I just watered this guy yesterday. I do keep this in full moss. I'm getting sad though because it's getting to the point where it is going to need to be repotted sometime soon in the near future. He is adorable. I mean, like, this is a plant that I bought last year, at the beginning of last year, minus this leaf, that had 8 leaves. And so far we've already grown back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, which is so exciting. It's just, I'm not gonna cut this one until probably the end of summer, and then I'll probably root them and sell them before it gets too cold. Following me on Instagram at PlantMeAshley. But isn't she just beautiful? I love this leaf in particular. It's so funky. Oh, I didn't even tell you the name of this plant. This is a Monstera deliciosa albo-borsigiana, subspecies Borsigiana. But this one I think is an actual deliciosa. We'll find out eventually when it grows up. The next houseplant I'm going to show you is my Philodendron Gigantum. I ordered this from Peace, Love, and Happiness Club, and ooh, she has spider mites. Okay, well, I will take care of that after this. I've had a spider mite issue in my house just a little bit, so that makes total sense. But she actually has put out 2 new leaves since I last showed you her, which are these 2 leaves right here. And she's actually working on putting out a 3rd leaf right there. When I first got it, I don't do leca, so I actually forgot to water it for quite some time, and it actually lost 4 of its actual bigger leaves because I wasn't taking care of it properly. But we're growing in a smaller plant, and I do prefer smaller plants over big leaves anyway because I think that the immature leaves are much cuter. But yeah, she's growing in nicely, and I'll link Peace, Love, and Happiness Club in the description if you want to check them out. That is where I bought this one, and I think I bought this one when it was on sale as well. Okay, the next houseplant that I'm going to show you is my Monstera standaleyana albo Vergata, and this one is like such a success story because I've had such a hard time with this plant, as you can kind of tell. From the pot. I originally bought this from the Potted Elephant. I actually cut it back recently again because I wasn't happy with the variegation, and when it grew back in, we got this. We got 2 leaves that are pretty half moon, not really, but kind of, and the inside of the whole stem now is like completely white. Which means that we're gonna probably continue to see that variegation grow. The leaves in between are not super variegated, But I mean, that is so beautiful. It's so worth it. If it just skips a leaf every single time, that's fine. And the undersides of the leaves are bright white as well on both of them. This is the newest leaf. And it's actually putting out a new leaf as we speak, which will probably be a full green leaf again. But I mean, just look at the inside of the stem variegation. Come on. It's so milky, I love it. This one is nice. It has put out this whole new stem. It started again at the beginning of December, and we've just seen it grow in with just these absolutely gorgeous leaves. A lot of you probably didn't even know that I had this plant. It's not a plant that I talk about a lot because Monstera is just so far from my favorite genus. It's not even on my top 10 list of favorite genuses. But those leaves are to die for, so here we are. I would like to get an Hoya at some point, so if that stays that nice and it keeps growing longer and longer, I'll probably take a cutting and try to trade it for an Hoya with someone. The next plant I'm going to show you is my favorite houseplant in my entire collection and my favorite houseplant in the entire world. Take a second to guess what it is. It's the Philodendron Ilsemanii. This is a plant that I got in a trade, which still blows my mind. I'll link the video to the trade in the description if you want to see that video. This is an extremely rare houseplant, and I feel so lucky and blessed to own this plant. And since getting it, I've actually gotten it to put out 2 brand new leaves. This one actually snapped as soon as it came out. I was examining the leaf to make sure it was coming in okay because it got kind of stuck, as you can see from the damage on the lobe. And oh, it's turning kind of pink in one spot. That's cute. It snapped. The leaf snapped off, so me and my friend Kendall performed surgery, and we actually were able to splint the leaf successfully, and the leaf has stayed on. Since then, it put out another new leaf, which is this one, which leaves a little something to be desired. Obviously, this plant is just like gorgeous no matter what. I love the leaf shape. It reminds me of like a dragon head, like these being the horns, and then the eyes would be around here, and then the long snoot and the nose, which I feel like this plant is just a very noble looking plant. Here's hoping that with this new leaf, we will see some more variegation. I'm extremely excited to see it unfold. I'm hoping that we don't have any issues. The last 2 leaves both had issues unfurling, so I'm gonna give this guy some more liquidar. Again, you can use code plantme_25 to try out my favorite fertilizer. I've been using liquidar. This is what liquidar looks like. It's super great, and the guy who I got this from exclusively used liquidar on this plant, and he, like, before he cut it, it was massively huge. Yeah, I'm just really hoping that we see some incredible variegation coming in on this next leaf, and I will keep you guys updated when this unfurls on Instagram. And I might even make a video about it because I'm really impressed that I've gotten it to put out 2 new leaves. I might get it more light because I can't tell if they're just, I mean, I don't know, this one has a pretty long petiole too, but this one had such a short petiole. I thought maybe it'd stay compact, but this one got pretty big, so. I'm just hoping we see some more variegation. Please, God, like, I'll still love you if you go all green. I really will, because we'll still have these 2 babies. But please, God. Give me something to work with, please. The next plant I'm gonna show you, I'm very excited about. This is a plant that I was gifted by Anya, and this is a Philodendron Florida Beauty, and she's actually unfurling her new leaf as we speak. I took a little bit of a peek. I was like, I just wanna see what's going on. She is variegated. I am excited. I don't know why I was worried, but sometimes with beauties, they can like put out a variegated leaf and then an unvariegated leaf. So I was a little nervous that we wouldn't see variegation, especially because I've never grown one of these before. Like, the only reason I have this plant very specifically is because Anya was so nice and she gifted this plant to me. That is just like the most beautiful plant I've ever seen. I cannot wait to see what this new leaf looks like because the Florida Beauty is, come on, focus. The Florida Beauty is one of my favorite philodendrons ever. I think it is, I love the leaf shape, but more than the leaf shape, it has a textured and kind of like multicolored petiole. It starts green and then it turns red up by the inside of the leaf, which we are also seeing happen with the new one. So I'm just so excited to see where we go with this specific plant. And I'm ready. I wanna see, girl, show me who you are. This is such an interesting medium. Anya gave this to me in sphagnum and soil. A couple plants she gave to me are in sphagnum and soil. I should ask her about that and ask what the thought process is behind that, but it's working very well, so. My Florida Beauty, everyone. The next houseplant we have is my absolute favorite Hoya that I have in my entire collection, and that is Hoya Bella LeBlanc, and I'm being very, very careful with how I'm picking it up. This is a Hoya that my friend Hartley gave me, and it is so beautiful. When I got it, it was a cutting that was only up to here. It was only up to this leaf, so both of these two leaves are brand new and these leaves are brand new. You can actually see it is, come on, it is actually putting out a new leaf right in the middle there. They really do start that small. I've been rooting this plant in completely perlite and it's been doing really good. So far it's kind of rooted, I mean, decently slow, I would have to say. It's been growing while it's rooting, which not a lot of Hoya or like houseplants in general do. So I mean, I definitely have uprooted her a couple times just to show you guys, which I should probably stop doing if I want her to grow a lot faster. I love this Hoya and it's so hard for me to not just show her off every chance I get because this Hoya is absolutely incredible. Again, I got it in a trade with Harley. So beautiful. I love it. Hoya Bella LeBlanc, by the way, is its name. The next plant I have for you as well is my Hoya Kellyanna Vergata. When I got this, it was half of its size, probably even less than half. I think it only had 4 leaves on it. Sorry, it's in moss, so I'm like trying to not be messy. This is its current situation. This is my second favorite Hoya that I have in my entire collection. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a very big fan of the reverse variegated Hoya. And just in case you want to know, my third favorite Hoya in my collection is my Hoya Mauna Loa. I love reverse variegated Hoya. I just think that they're so incredible. And when I got this one, it was so much smaller. And this one's actually putting out a new leaf onto this. See that tiny itty bitty little thing right there? Almost looks like a peduncle. That is a new leaf on that stem, and we're getting a new leaf on this stem, which you can see right there. So I'm very proud of this plant. This is a plant that I do not grow in my perlite box. Actually, I grow it in moss in the same cup as my pink princess, and I don't know if that's done anything specific, but yeah, so I grow this in moss. It does a really good job of being happy. I put it in the sun. It's actually looking like the new growth that's happening is pink, so I'm excited to see what this plant reveals to us. Huge Kellyanna Vergata. Very small cutting that I have, but I'm pretty impressed with how I'm taking care of it. This is a plant I actually haven't even taken the cloche top off of, and I haven't shown you this plant really since I got it at all. This is my Burrmark Fantasy that I got from Botanicaz. Been in this cup since I came back in November. We are going to take a little bit of a look. Oh wow. So when I got this Burrmark, it was just the 3 leaves. So it was these 2 leaves on the bottom right here. And then it was, I think it was putting out this leaf. Since then, we've gotten this leaf right here. This one, which kind of looks like it was a failure, that is really a leaf. And it just put out this one, which is larger again. It was being supported by the cloche, so the only thing that I can think is that the cloche made it feel like it was being supported on a rod or something, but it's actually crazy. I have not watered this plant since I got it, and the moss is still soaking wet. So these little terrarium, this is actually a dessert cup that's on top of this. It's just doing really well. I'm very impressed with this plant. I'm going to be getting a terrarium for Botanicaz very soon. I believe it's coming this week or next week, and I'm going to be moving this in there, and I'm going to be giving it a little thing to climb up on, probably a little board that I'll like zip tie it to or something. But I'm very excited. This is by far one of my very favorite philodendron in my entire collection, definitely top 5. And I love that I have a Botanicaz one because Botanicaz just means so much to me. They are dear friends of mine. Okay, there's 2 types of Burrmarks. There's the Burrmarks that are big, and there's the Burrmarks that are small terrarium plants. This is a small terrarium Burrmarks, and I just feel so blessed to have this plant in my collection. And it's a gift from Anya, so every time I look at it, I think of her. Think of my BFF Anya. Now we're going to carefully reseal this and hope we didn't disturb anything important. Okay, the next one I want to show you, it actually just put out its leaf. This is my Philodendron Poensie. She's fairly large. This is actually one that I got as a sponsor from Green Space. No, what was it? Green Spaces. It was Aeroid something. I don't know. I honestly can't remember. It was one of the bigger ones. And look at the new leaf. She's so cute. This is a brand new leaf. It is adorable, in my opinion. The underneath is absolutely bright red. I do prefer Poensie immature because they get this bright red underside. As the leaves mature, mature way past all of these because all of these are immature leaves. This plant gets excessively large. It's actually often confused with the Spiritus Sancti. I'm sure you can kind of tell why. Again, if you actually know how a Spiritus Sancti grows and looks and feels, this looks nothing like that. But in often cases, this plant is called the Santa Leopoldina type 2, whereas some people call the Spiritus Sancti Santa Leopoldina type one, and I think it's because they were both discovered in Santa Leopoldina, if I have my facts right. This is not a Spirit of Sanctity. This is an Addaba Poensie, which is my second favorite philodendron in the whole world. It is by far, which is crazy. I discovered Addaba Poensie on accident. I bought my first one thinking that it was a billy tie. It wasn't. And after much digging and researching and asking other people on the internet, people were like, oh, that's an Addaba Poensie. And back then you could buy Addaba Poensies. Like I bought what was it, 9 or 10 leaves in a 8-inch huge pot for $50. Gurton's Plant Shop in Portland, Oregon. This one was again a sponsor gift, and I absolutely love Addaba Poensie with my whole heart and soul, and I love seeing them come in super small like that. I think that it's cute. I call them baby Poensies. The last plant I have to show you is my Gigas. As you know, I had 2 Gigas. The other one just like decided to say see ya, and he just disappeared forever. But this one was a gift from my good friend Brooklyn, and she actually owns a plant shop, which I'll link in the description, which you can go check out. She actually just started it, but she actually bought this for me a while back, and it's so amazing. It's actually putting out its next new leaf right now. I love the contortion that philodendron do, but when they are unfurling, but sometimes that contortion can lead to breaking, which has only ever happened to me with my Ilsemanii. So it's like, okay, the one time I have to experience breakage during a philodendron being born is with my Ilsemanii, like the rarest plant in my entire collection. But yeah, this one is putting out a new leaf soon, and I will keep you guys updated when the leaf comes out. It looks like it's going to be fairly large, so I'm hoping we get one that's at least that big. But the reason why I love this plant, and I love this so much more than the Melanochrysum, is because of the rounded sinus, and it's just generally darker foliage, and the foliage has like a blue-green hue to it. I am obsessed with this plant. I fell in love with it when I saw it on Christiana's Instagram page. She was Jungle Portland Northwest, and it's just like the most incredible philodendron ever. It's probably top 5, definitely top 5. I'm trying to think like what my actual top 5 are. Ilsemanii, Addaba Poensie, Burrmark's Fantasy, Florida Beauty, Gigas, maybe? Probably. Billy Tie would probably be 6. Yeah, definitely top 5, so yeah. Love this plant so much, and thank you, Brooke, so much for getting it. It has given me 2 new leaves, or I guess 1 new leaf since you sent it my way. And here's to many more. It's our friendship plant. We have a friendship plant. Okay guys, well thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you had fun. I know that I had fun showing you my new plants. I kind of just want to do like my own plant videos for a little bit. I love talking about my plants to other people because there's not really, like with COVID, you can't just have people over to your house and be like, look at my plants with me. There's so many people that are local to Boise who I'm friends with who I haven't been able to see in a minute. I haven't been able to see their collection. They haven't been able to catch up on mine, but I'm just so excited for the future and being able to see everyone's collections soon, because I miss all my friends and my acquaintances, and I miss the plant trades. Send me some photos on Instagram of your plants throwing hands. I call it throwing hands because they're fighting. I think it's hilarious when Jenna and Julian would say, well, specifically Julian, he'd be like, who are you fighting? And he started calling it throwing hands, so I think it's cute because they're throwing hands. And oftentimes when plants are putting out new leaves, they look like they're throwing little hands, especially Schefflera. It's like very creepy with Schefflera, how much it looks like hands. So if you have any new plants or any exciting plants or any common plants or uncommon plants from all over the spectrum that are throwing hands, tag me and do hashtag throwing hands. I absolutely love seeing your plants that are throwing hands, and he's throwing hands. My little huge Kellyanna, he's throwing 2 little hands up there. It's so cute. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlantMeAshley. Follow me on Instagram at PlantMeAshley, and I have YouTube memberships, which you can also check out. We have tons of YouTube only stuff. We have like private Discord chats. We also have a members only Discord server. So come check that out, become a member, become a part of the family, and I will hopefully see you in the Discord and in the member only stuff. I also have Liquid Earth sponsorship. If you guys want to try out Liquid Earth, it is amazing. It's powder that arrives and you mix it with a very specific amount of water. You get the instructions on the back. If you want to try out my favorite fertilizer, this is the only fertilizer I use. You can use code PLANTME_25 to get a massive discount. This stuff's expensive, and 25% off gets you a really good deal. So if you want to check that out, it also helps support me. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Please oh, I already said all that. Did you like my hairdo? I did this like mini bun, and I think it's so cute. It kind of got a little flat, but earlier it looked like this. I stole it from the Nightborn from World of Warcraft. Also, I'm wearing my friend Lucia's merch. Go subscribe to Lucia!